Videos with scary backstories. A man named Edgar had driven his Tesla into a graveyard. The car's sensors detected people all around the car. Clearly there was no one there, but maybe the car was sensing spirits or ghosts. Mr. Fritz is a haunted doll. The owner kept experiencing strange things. One night he set up a surveillance camera and saw its cage open all by itself. The next night the same thing happened. And then Mr. Fritz's eyes and mouth began moving. Mr. Fritz is hollow inside, so there's no way this could have happened. A teenager in Malaysia is filming himself and a family member relaxing. That's when a haunting face can be seen right next to them. This Aztec whistle is one of the scariest sounds you will ever hear. Before battle, the Aztec people would blow this whistle. It is known as the Aztec death whistle. It makes one of the scariest sounds you could ever hear. The sound is supposed to emulate a human screaming in pain. The sound alone was enough to scare away some enemies. The Aztecs would blow the flutes as they were marching into battle. Their enemies who didn't surrender would not fight as well. That's because they would be so scared and intimidated by the sound. Scary creatures caught on camera. One day a dad and his kids were in an apple orchard. That's when they saw this mysterious flying insect.
Oh my god!
Ugh.
The insect has arms and legs, kind of like a human. It makes a loud buzzing sound before flying off. Do you think this is an unidentified species, a humanoid, or just a hoax? In 2016, John Averon caught this very scary footage in a forest. It shows a large, lumbering creature with long arms and long legs. Some said it could be an ape or maybe a bear. Others said it could be a Sasquatch or even Bigfoot. In 2013, Richard Maria began seeing strange things outside his house. He set up surveillance cameras and this is what he caught. Some kind of creature can be seen flying in the sky. Some have said this may be an angel. These are the scariest sounds of war. Ghost Tape 10 was an audio tape played by the US Army during the Vietnam War. They would play it from helicopters and boats. Its aim was to scare the enemy Viet Cong who were hiding in the jungle. The A-10 Thunderbolt II is one of the most feared planes owned by the US military. It is better known as the Warthog because of the scary sound it makes. The Warthog can actually open the sound barrier. The atomic bomb is one of the most powerful bombs ever made. Scariest things people found in the jungle. One day a man named Erwin Saunders was in the jungle. That was when he found a mysterious humanoid creature. This creature does not even look real, but it is. It looks similar to a tiny monkey, but this jungle is not an area where monkeys live. In 2019, a whale was found in the Amazon rainforest. It's not known how this whale got into the rainforest. Some believe a gigantic wave picked up this whale from the ocean, and the whale then flew through the sky and landed in the jungle. But the nearest whales are found thousands of miles away from this jungle. To this day, the whale remains unexplained. In the jungles of Bali, a mysterious Boeing 737 plane was found. The plane is totally abandoned and no one knows who owns it. The crew and passengers have never been heard from, and the mysterious plane does not have the marking of any airline. This man was handed a note and knows he's about to die. The man in this video is named Chileno Sanchez. He was a very famous Mexican singer. One day he was performing a concert. That's when someone hands him a note. The note says, if you play this next song, you will die. Chileno looks very scared, but then crumbles up the note and continues the song. He gave one of the best performances of his life, almost like he knew it would be his last. Chileno finished and said a very long goodbye to everyone in the band. He then left the venue and got in his car to drive home. but on the way he was pulled over by police. But it soon turned out these were not police. They were simply pretending in order to pull over Cellino. The men then shot Cellino, taking his life. To this day, we're still not sure who did this or why. Some believe that it may be cartel related. This is the only video of a nuclear fizzle. Nukes are scary and powerful. They're meant to create gigantic explosions. And most of the time, extra things are added to nukes to make the clouds even bigger. But sometimes all of this fails, and you get what is known as a nuclear fizzle. This is the only publicly available footage of a nuclear fizzle. It was recorded at the Yuma test site in 1956, and it was part of the top-secret Project Red Wing. It may look small, but don't be fooled. This blast could wipe out anything in a 1-mile area, and is the equivalent to 200 tons of TNT. This scene in SpongeBob was so scary it nearly got the whole show cancelled. Graveyard Shift was the 16th episode of the second season of SpongeBob. It aired all the way back in 2002. SpongeBob believes the Krusty Krab is haunted. The light keeps flickering on and off. For some time, they think this character is haunting the Krusty Krab, but at the end, it's revealed who's doing it. It shows a very creepy vampire named Nosferatu who's turning the light on and off. He then smiles in a very creepy way. The image is actually from the 1922 film named Nosferatu, but this scene scared so many kids. Nickelodeon got thousands of complaints from angry parents. Some of the parents even demanded that SpongeBob be taken off air for good, and for some time the episode was not shown on TV. Did you get to see this episode when you were a kid? And if so, did it scare you as much as it scared me?